What's good, YouTube? It's Rage Rail. So in today's video, I want to bring you guys part 2 to this gun spread formation. So if you enjoyed this video, go and drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn on post notifications on. So if you guys haven't seen part 1, make sure you go check it out. So in this part 2, I'm gonna give you guys another play that I really like to complement the first play. And again, this formation is inside the Bucs playbook. Again, this formation is in the Bucs playbook. Now, reasons I like this formation, like I said in part 1, is just because you naturally get 4 receivers that's out there, so you don't have to go worry about packaging and subbing in people. They already have 4 receivers ready for you to go. So the only play that I'm gonna be talking about in today's video, actually I may give you a bonus one at the end, but for now, the play I want to show you is, where's it at? There we go, Bucs corner right here. So for the defense, I'm actually just going to come out in just a dollar look, and we're going to talk about cover 3, we're going to talk about cover 2, we're going to talk about cover 4 drop, and we're going to talk about the different variations of man coverage that you'll face. So let's actually start off in cover 3. And also, I do have gameplays for you guys, so don't worry about that. So let me go ahead and move the ball back. So I'm going to move the ball just on the right hash mark. Now you can run this on the left hash mark if you want, but preferably you want to run this to the wide side of the field, and you'll understand what I mean in a second here. So this is what the play looks like stock. Now my favorite setup out of this, you want to take square, put them on a streak. You want to take circle and actually put them on a slant, and then what you want to do is take this slant and you want to motion them across. Now hopefully I get time, but it's essentially going to be a 1-2 read, so no matter what, the user's going to be wrong. You can be able to tell. We can have circle right there in that gap right there, and you can just really just pick your opponent apart doing that. And then if your opponent decides they want to guard that, then you'll actually be able to hit this X route, which I'll show you right now. So take square, put them on a streak. Take circle, put them on a slant, motion them across. Now I'm gonna spy this guy right here, but in game you'd want to double team this end right there. So what you'd want to do is, you can tell user be able to follow circle, and then what you're gonna be able to notice is that X, of course, is just going to get over the top of every single zone that's inside of Madden 22 non-zone drop. So that means purple to get over and cloud flat to get over. So they'll have to zone drop to account for that route. So reason that is good, let me actually just go back and kind of just talk to you about it a little bit. But reason this play is good is because, let's say this is the user, right? Is that the hook curl right here? Or is he in a hard, what's he doing? I think this is the hook curl, right? So regardless, let's say this is the hook curl, right? So normally what the user's going to do, if he's on this side, he's going to kind of chase this slant and then peel back and try to guard this. Now this is perfect because as soon as he if he follows the slant too long, he won't be able to have time to actually come back and cover this route right here. And the same thing if this is the user. So right here, if this is your user on this hook curl defender, what he'll most likely do is stay with the slant, and he'll try to come back to this, but it'll be too late. So this route right here is normally always going to be open, and if they go with this route early, then what you want to look for is this gap that's created right here, and you'll be able to hit that easy turn up field. Now it's only looking like that just because this is actually the hook curl. So let me kind of show you what it looks like if we put it to how you see it. So this is normally how cover 3 will look with these two being your hook curls. So I'm running for you. I'm running for you one more time because I want you to get a good example of what you'll see, because most people don't run a cover 3 where their safety is the hook curl. Most of them are just going to run your standard cover 3 just like this. You can tell circle's going to just get right there in that gap. That's what I was trying to explain to you, that you will have that every single time. So let's actually move on. Let me show you cover 2, because you probably wonder, well, okay, what about cover 2? Can it clear over the top of cover 2? And it definitely can. So let me go ahead and motion this guy across. And also, this setup will actually beat man coverage, and it'll kill match coverage as well, which is why I really love it. So you can tell I can have circle if I wanted to, but look at X. Look how far he's going to be able to climb, and there's just literally going to be nobody right there, which is why this play is honestly really deadly. So I'm not going to show cover 2 again. You can tell right there the mid read doesn't even match it, which is really glitchy. But man coverage, they're gonna almost have to play double purples if they want to stop this concept, just because of what we're all throwing at them. So let me just go ahead and show you this. And the reason I say they have to put double purple is because that X route climbs really far, and they won't be able to cover with a stock purple. You tell circle gets open, and we're gonna have X. And the nice thing about X is that it's actually a man beating route, which is, you know, really great, honestly. Especially if you have some speed right there, he will definitely be able to run away from that guy. So let me just quickly kind of just show you what I was talking about. So if they want to stop this concept, they're gonna have to put double purples. They won't be able to play this style of man coverage where they just play man and have 2 high safeties. A user can't guard both, because for one, a motion over slant, unless they just have, like, you know, G. Alexander or, you know, Stephon Gilmore or something like that on a who knows receiver, this motion over slant is normally always going to win against man. You can tell that's wide open. They have to put a here, right? They have to, or they have to go user guarded. Now, if they give up that, look what they're giving up, because this route right here is just really nice, and especially they kind of switch right here, which is even better for us. You can tell he just gets really broken off because of the switch concept that happens, and we just literally just have an easy dot. And also, if they are like not shading, so if they start putting purples but they're not shading over the top, we also have a streak on the field just in case, you know. So we have a lot that we're threatening them with, and this is just this one play. Now I may just give you a bonus play at the end, but for now I just want to talk about this one, then I'll show you gameplay, and I'll probably throw in a bonus setup for you guys out of another play. But you can tell they have to play double purples. There's just no way they're not able to play double purples. Now, second setup I want to give you, then I'll show you some gameplay. So with this second setup, you want to take square, put them on a streak, and you want to take circle. Oh, excuse me, for that. Let me show you versus cover 4 drop. So I just want to show you that X does get open versus cover 4 drop, and then quickly I'll talk about my second setup out of this. So going motion them across, and it's the same concept as cover 4. Circle's going to get open in the gap, you can tell, and then X will just be able to climb right there. So no matter what, they're going to be giving up that dot. They will literally have to user guard it or zone drop to account for that. If they're zone dropping that far, you're really going to feast in this offense. I promise you will. So anyways, second setup that I want to give you, take square, put them on a streak, and now what you're going to do here is take circle and just motion them across. Don't do anything to them, just motion them across. Now this is just picking on the user who's going to use her hook curl. You can tell you're picking on between circle and X. You can tell I got hollered at right there, but I want to talk you to replay to show you when I actually like using this setup, because there's sometimes I like using it and sometimes I really don't. So times I love using this is when I notice that my opponent is actually usering on the side that I motion over the receiver to. So like, you know, let's say we did our first concept with a backside slant. So let's say your opponent was actually using this guy, right? So what I would do is actually come back and run the same play, but I would actually run it this way. So why is that real? Because if this is the user right here, look what he has to do. He's wrong regardless, you can tell. So if he's playing right here, he has to make a choice right now. Do I run with guard this, or do I stay right here? Now most users are going to actually abandon this route and go run and lurk that just because they don't want to give up the big play. And in that case, what I love to do is actually playmaker this guy inside, and you'll have you know, potential nice gain just because how it works. So I do want to show you that because it's actually really glitchy when you are able to playmaker that guy. So let me just show you that. Take circle, motion him across, and you want to snap it right after he passes the tackle, so right about there, and then he's going to sit in a good spot. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Say we roll this way. What you do, grab him, playmaker him inside, and a lot of times you'll be able to throw that. Now in game they actually don't pursue that hard from what I found out, and you can have a potential big game, but you'll be seeing that in the gameplay here in a second. But just want to show you what it looks like versus cover 2. And then I'm not going to show you man covers. I'll show you gameplay right after this play, because this is not a man setup. This is a zone concept, and this is just picking on where the user is going to use her at, if that makes sense. You can tell circle, I could have lowballed that, I could have had it, but if you want to wait, what you're going to realize too is that he still gets, I mean, just literally wide open. You have one man to make miss, and you potentially have a touchdown.
On first down, Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. Touchdown. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And that's complete to Swain. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left.
Now, last play I want to talk about is actually Bucs flood. So this is what Bucs flood looks like. So I really love this against man coverage, but I actually want to see if I believe you could also split cover 2 for one play touchdown if I'm not mistaken. So let's actually do a little bit of live labbing here, because I'm more than positive you can split this for one play touchdown if they aren't put in the middle third. So to do that, just take triangle, put them on the in route, and then you want to smart out his in route just like this, and you want to run it just like this. Now I believe you are able to split the safeties. Yep, you are able to. You can tell if I didn't get it under pressure inaccurate, you're literally going to have a one play touchdown versus cover 2. So they will not be able to play stop cover 2 against you. And I'll show you that here again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spy these two. And as you guys see, this is why I spy linemen, just because I got, like, you know, garbage people in here that you guys never heard of, I never heard of, and I'm still just barely having time to throw the ball. So I know you guys are probably tired of me talking about it. But anyways, for the setup, you just want to take triangle, put them on the in route. You want to smart route his in route. So you only want to do this on like 1st and 10, 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12, 2nd and 13 type of downs. Don't do this on 2nd and 5, you know, or it's not going to work, because this in route's deep enough to glitch out that mid read. So that's pretty much all we're doing is glitching them out. So anyways, snap the ball, and what you want to do is just buy a little time. Now users most likely are going to guard triangle, and what you'll be able to notice, I'm getting a bad pass lead, but even still you can tell that's literally just wide open. I'm gonna go into replay really quick because I don't want to keep just, you know, talking about the same play over and over again, but I just want you to see, you know, obviously like why this play is good. So first of all, you have a backside, you have a drag route. So if they're playing some stupid coverage, you know, sometimes you could probably have that. Now obviously that's not a read, it's just read progressions, you know. So drag can be open potentially. So what you're really reading is you're banking on the fact that they're playing cover 2, or, you know, if they're not putting this guy into a middle third. So you can tell he's going to get glitched out, and you can tell that's an easy pass lead. You know, I don't know why I was getting such a bad pass. I was trying to pass this ball up, but I mean, it's whatever. But you can tell even still, we have a lot of room. The reason that works too is because this out route is pushing that deep half back towards the sideline, and they are not taught to actually squeeze this route, so that's why they're going to let it run by them, because they're expecting a mid-read. They're programmed to let the mid-read cover that, but apparently we're glitching a mid-read out, so that's why he's not able to cover that. So just wanted to make sure I did talk about that. Now, the same principle can be applied to man coverage, which is why I actually like this play versus man. I like this play when they try to play double purples versus man, because this route, if you have a good matchup, can actually beat your man. It's actually a man beating post route. So take triangle, put them on the in route. Smart routers, and you can use the same exact setup, by the way. So let me actually is he manned up? Yeah, we're running like this because I just want to have a little bit of time in the pocket. That's all I was trying to figure out. So anyways, what I was trying to tell you is that square can do the same exact thing if you get a good win. As you can tell right there, we are able to get the win animation, and that's a good way to actually get a wow, what? This game is crazy. But that's a good way to actually get a one-play touchdown if they're playing that aggressive style of man coverage, because a lot of people will start off playing man coverage this way. They'll just, you know, let the press animations happen, or say like inside underneath, if you ever seen that, and they'll use her like this guy right here or something. So the reason this play is good is because they have to guard this in route. Most of the time they're going to stay on this in route, and they're going to kind of lurk right here, and that's fine because we're actually splitting the safeties without them even realizing it, and that's why we get that potential one-play touchdown. Now, like I said, you'd want to put your best receiver out here, obviously. You know, I shouldn't have to say that, but I do want to make sure that you are aware. So like if you have like Tyreek Hill, if you have somebody like I don't know, Devontae Smith or something, if you have somebody, I don't know, you know, just whoever your fastest best player is, I would just put them right here and just hope that you get a win animation on the press. Now your opponent's not going to be able to play this style of defense anyways, just because if they do, we can run the play I just talked to you about a little while ago. But just getting you to understand, so I love this setup when they start trying to play man and they start getting really aggressive. So what do I mean by really aggressive? I mean when they start playing a defense like this, you're killing them with the crossers. They still want to play man coverage. They're being ignorant. So what they're going to start doing is playing a cover style like this. Now if they start trying to put this guy here and playing that, run the crosser setup that I showed you, you know, and you'll actually be able to move the ball still. So take him, put him in a purple. So a lot of times they're going to be forced to play a defense that looks like this, and when they do, like I said, I like to just use this setup. Now I may do it a little different, honestly. So if they're playing man coverage and I'm putting purples, one thing I like to do as a mix up, now you can run it this way. Actually, I'll show you real quick. You can still run it this way, yes. I just want to make sure I did say that you can run it this way. As you can tell, square, he is able to get. Now I'm gonna swerve out the way, just because I want to speed up the video a little bit. Just want to show you that you can run it that variation. But another variation I like versus man coverage, take a triangle, put them on an out route still, and then the smart route is out route, right? Like that. I like taking X, putting them on a slant, and I like motioning over that slant. But before, let me actually set up this man coverage the way I want it to look. There we go, shade over the top. So I like using both variations because you're gonna need about 2 variations when you play a good opponent, because you're gonna be able to need to mix it up some. And also, don't forget, out routes do beat man coverage. It's just if they have a purple, don't look for it. But if they don't put a purple on that side to cover the out route, definitely throw it. So I like taking this slant, and it's really the slant is just bait. So either you can do a motion over slant, or what you can do also is you can actually just take X and put them on an out route, and you can smart route his out route, and you can motion them over so it turns into a motioned over in route, if that makes sense. And it's just really going to make the user stay in the middle of the field. And that's all we want. You can tell square, we're just going to be looking for square pretty much the whole time. Like if they're playing double purples with no safety help, that's always going to be your main read. You just want to put the out routes and the in routes to kind of make the user stay in the middle, if that makes sense. So quickly, I just want to go on replay, just show you this, and then that'll be the video. So anyways, users are most likely going to be here. Now, this is going to force your opponent to have to play double purples. If you run this play and they're running stock man coverage, you're gonna force them to. Why? Because out routes are gonna beat man coverage. So you can tell right here gets a little win. Now obviously they play a purple, so that's covered. Now this side is the same way. You know, out routes can beat man. Now this out route is not as good. Now if you want to make this play even better, what I would do is instead of running this play on the right hash, you'd want to run it on the left hash or in the middle of the field. Why is that, Rel? So you can actually have enough room for this out route to get open, because instead of being here outside the numbers, he'd be like on the numbers or a little inside the numbers, so that out route has a lot more room to get open, if that makes sense. But anyways, quickly, user's gonna have to guard in the middle, of course, he's not going to be able to go back and lurk this up top, because if he does, then what, we just throw this ball right here. We have a lot of area to throw this ball. Now, the only reason these spies are moving that way is because I'm moving that way. So if I wanted to throw this in route, then I would actually just move a little this way in the pocket, and I would move these spies this way, and then I would just throw my in route over here, up in there, if that makes sense. So if you can picture that. Hopefully you're able to picture that, but that's going to wrap it up for this video. I do hope you have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.